All right, everyone. Welcome to Brandon at Random Reviews, covering one unsystematically chosen movie at a time. Today, the movie is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, released on June 23rd, 1989. Another movie I love also came out on June 23rd, 1989. Directed by Joe Johnston. For the cast, we have Rick Moranis as Wayne Zelinsky, as well as other no-name actors and actresses in various roles, because this movie doesn't exactly bring it when it comes to up-and-coming actors. For the plot synopsis, a scientist whose marriage is on the rocks accidentally shrinks his two kids and two other neighborhood kids to the size of insects without knowing. Alright guys, let's just dive right into this motherfucking movie. This flick has that classic example of the late 80s, early 90s cartoon intro credit sequence, by the way, and it really takes me back. One of my major notes right off the bat is this fucking score that is very of its time as well. It's just so fast-paced and zany sounding. Oh, and it was also mixed to be unnecessarily loud a lot of times, so that was a treat. To be clear, this is a family comedy movie. The humor is deliberately silly and stupid throughout, as you might expect with this kind of thing. Everything is very visual, as you might imagine, in this movie as well, and it's pretty clear that Wayne Zelinsky is way too immersed in getting his latest invention working. The device is a giant ray gun designed to shrink and grow objects to different sizes. His wife has had it up to here with his horse shit, and his neighbors are in the same boat, and the common thread is that Wayne and the neighbor Russ are both shitty fathers in their own distinct ways. Wayne is only concerned with his work, it seems, giving no attention to his son who looks up to him, and his daughter who is a teenage girl, so she really doesn't give a shit. And Russ is irritated that his older son isn't interested in sports and other guy stuff, so he seems to antagonize him a lot. And he's got a younger son who really is actually into that stuff, but it's just like he's too young or something. By way of a complete freak accident with a baseball, these four kids get shrunken down to the size of ants while the parents are not around. Although a lot of it looks cheap now, and I'm sure it probably did at least a little bit in 1989, the special effects and set decoration are great for physical comedy throughout this movie. I mean, whether or not it looks kind of cheap, it's kind of cool, the things that they did for the visual effects. I have to admit, it does make for great excitement as these kids have to manage figuring out a way to get returned to normal size while dealing with everyday objects that are now unmanageably large for them. I love watching movies like this that I probably saw at least a few times as a child, but I haven't seen them since. There were a lot of things that I actually remembered about this, and I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't really expect to remember anything. And despite my initial concerns, I'd say that this one is still a lot of fun to watch. I just wish some of these actors were at all familiar aside from Rick Moranis. That could have added just a little something for me to just like recognize somebody. Alright, on to ratings. IMDb 6.4, Letterboxd 3.1, Rotten Tomato Critics score 76%, Rotten Tomato Audience score 54%. Personal rating 3.5 out of 5 stars. I give it that rating from an adult approach, given that if I had never seen or heard of this movie, I'm not sure I would have liked it quite as much as I did this time around. It's like the nostalgia really fed into my enjoyment of it. I give it a light recommend, especially if you're kind of in the same boat as me where you've seen it before but you don't really remember it. Alright everyone, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Bye now.